What's going on, guys? I'm Ori, and I'm gonna show you how to make motherfucking sellable salt beef bagels. Here's what you need for the bagels, and full ingredients list in the description below. We're gonna start by activating our yeast. So just take all your yeast, dump it into that water, put a little pinch of sugar in there and give it a little mix and put that to one side for about 10 minutes or so. Next, we're gonna take our flour, sugar and salt, put it all in the same bowl and give it a really, really good mix. We wanna ensure there's no salty areas of the flour that will kill the yeast and make us really upset later on. We're then gonna take all of our wet ingredients, put them in the bowl of the stand mixer and add half of your dry ingredients and knead for 3 to 4 minutes on low. Once we've made a very loose, lumpy batter, we're gonna add the rest of the flour into it, and on the same speed, we're gonna knead for a total time of around 20 to 25 minutes. You may be asking yourselves why this dough is so dry, and that is all about the hydration percentage. What we mean by this is how much water there is to flour. We want a very low percent of water to give that really fluffy, dense crumb in the middle of that bagel that we all know and love. Once the painstaking 25 minutes is done, take that dough and slap it on your surface, and we're gonna do something called the window pane test. Take a piece of your dough and start stretching out with your fingertips until you can see the light through it. If it does that without breaking, you've done a good job. If not, go back to kneading for another 2 to 3 minutes and keep repeating that test until you get a really nice stretchy dough where you can see the light through it. Once you're happy with your dough, set it aside covered for around an hour and a half to 2 hours or until double the size. Salt beef time. Full ingredients in the description down below. You're gonna already have prepared for you from your butcher a pre-cured brisket, but if you want me to cure a brisket in-house, let me know in the comments. Our first and only step for making this brisket is to put all of our ingredients into a pot of water. Make sure the water is cold. We want everything to come to temperature at the same time, and that is when your house will be filled with the most amazing fragrances. Make sure the heat is on low, medium, low to create a nice rolling simmer, not a boil. And you're gonna leave that alone on the hob for an hour and a half, 2 hours max, depending on the size of the brisket. Salt beef bagels aren't salt beef bagels without mustard. We're gonna make a super easy homemade mustard using mustard powder, vinegar, honey, and salt. And there you go, simple. Once our dough has doubled in size, we're gonna portion them out into around 170 gram balls. If you want smaller bagels, hit that 120, 130 gram margin. Once you've weighed out your portions, make them back into really nice balls and put them to the side to rest for around 10 minutes. This will give the dough time to relax and make it easier to roll into our bagel shape. Flatten out each dough ball, roll it up into a really fat sausage, and then continue rolling, tapering the ends off so they're a little bit thinner. We're then gonna wrap it around our hand with the thinner sides on our palm and give it a 1-2 push on your surface, and there you've got it, a beautiful, gorgeous bagel. Once we've shaped all of our bagels, put them on your floured tray, cover them and let rest for around 45 minutes to an hour until we have these beautiful, puffy bagels. We've got nothing to do. This has how mwah, this recipe is. We're gonna wait. You're gonna go have a drink with your mates, do whatever you want, but make sure you come back in 45 minutes. Whilst we wait, we got you to send in your questions about salt beef bagels, so here they are. The other one next door. Next. Nothing, next. No, actually, we'll go back to that one maybe. Use mushrooms. They have the most meaty flavor out of any vegetable. And if you don't like bagels, just use whatever you want, mate. It's not that big of a deal. No. We're not making hamburgers. If you want hamburgers though, let me know in the comments. Well, not with this recipe. I plead the fifth. Wait, hold on, editor, please. Please, please, I want Spencer. There are other breads about, and hopefully I get to show you them. But Spencer. All right, it's been around 45 minutes or so. Bagels have proved up beautifully. They're a bit more puffy, almost doubled in size, and we're ready to boil. Adding the honey and the bicarbonate of soda to the water will give you that beautiful golden brown finish that we all know and love about bagels. Once your water has come to a simmer, turn the heat down and start adding in your bagels top side down. Cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Give them a flip, and what you're gonna see is a beautifully dimpled, wrinkly top of the dough. That's exactly what we're looking for. After boiling, we're gonna just shove them straight into the oven without any egg wash, no butter, and that's because the honey in the bicarb has done its job. Once our brisket is ready, take it out and start cutting it against the grain so you get these beautiful long strips. I like my strips a little bit thinner, but it's your brisket, so do as you please. Finish it off with a little bit of Maldon salt for that extra fine finish, and we're ready for building. The bagels have just come out of their oven, beautiful golden brown, they smell delicious. Take your favorite one, cut it in half, lather on that beautiful homemade mustard that we made earlier, stack the shit out of this sandwich. The more meat, the merrier. Load up the pickles. I like Miss Ellswood, but you can do whatever you want. And all you have to do is put that last crown on. This is how I made mine, but you can do whatever you want. So there we have it. Delicious flaky salt beef with a gorgeous homemade bagel that you can do right at home with no fuss whatsoever. I've spoken enough. I'm hungry. We've not eaten today, so here we are. We made this at home. Guys, if you make these at home, please, please, please let us know, because this is why we do it. In the comments below, go on Facebook, Instagram, tell us there, and definitely make sure you press that bell button, give us a subscribe, and tune in for next time.